Hello and welcome to my review of the Transformers Studio Series SS8602 Cup from the 1986 Transformers the movie. So to start off with, let's take a look at the packaging here. Got this nice open window here. You can see some of the backdrop. Studio Series 8602 Cup. Got a nice picture of Cup here. The 86 movie logo. On the side here we got Cup, the 86 logo on the side, right up there. On the back here, you got pictures of Cup in his robot and vehicle mode, transforms in 21 steps. A little picture of the backdrop there. On this side you got another picture of Cup, Studio Series 8602. Take a look at the backdrop. It's from the scene in the movie where Hot Rod and Cup are fighting the giant squid monster thing. Put him up there. Got the 8602 Studio Series, side Transformers 86. So take a look at his robot mode here. Angle the camera down some. Really like the contrasting of the dark and the lighter blues here. It's almost like a greenish kind of blue. There's little Autobot symbols up here. There has legs too, but those are more for the vehicle mode. Get these little orange accents here. I also like how the vehicle mode, you don't really see much kibble on him, except right here, which I think might be screen accurate. I'm not sure on that though. But in this figure, it's kind of hard to show, but he does have light piping in the eyes. Yeah, so the light will shine through there and it'll make his eyes look like they're glowing. Can't really get a good angle with my lights though. For articulation here, he's got 360 degrees on each arm. Because his shoulders are kind of set low here, he can actually raise his arms way up. Bend his arms past 90 degrees. He's got a rotation joint here, but that's for something else I'll show you in a moment. No wrist articulation. His head is on a ball joint, can go all the way around, like up and down, side to side. He does have waist articulation. He has a rotation in the hips here. He can swing out. Another rotation joint. I'll show you that in a moment. You can bend at the knee. About that far. His toes, I'm not really going to count that because he can't use the rest of his foot. But he does have ankle rocker joints, which is nice. Then as for this part here, so that scene in the movie that matches the backdrop where he gets attacked by that squid thing and he gets ripped apart, that's actually like a feature on this guy here. At each of those rotation joints there, you can pop his joints off. You can have Hot Rod come and save him. Putting these back together now. They're just little 5mm ports that just pop on there. Some of these legs ones are kind of stiff though. Alright, now to compare this guy to some other, this 86 wave mates here, we have Cup next to 8601 Jazz. Let's bring this guy out. So we got 8603 Blur. I'm gonna move these guys just a little bit here. Get a good size comparison there. Bring Hot Rod out. So as you can see, he fits in really well size-wise. The rest of these guys, Jazz is about the shortest. Hot Rod or Cup are the tallest. Let's see those two next to each other. So now, like I said in my Hot Rod video, Hot Rod is not a real big Voyager. And these two are sized fairly close here. Like shoulder to shoulder, hot rod is a lot bigger. But top of the head to top of the head, I might even say that cup is taller. There. But getting him out of here. So this guy comes with two accessories. To take a look at them. He's got his little blaster here. Really like the design they got on here. All little molded in details there. It just fits right there in his hand. And then, just like a couple of these other 86 Autobots here, he has this little welding tool thing. And that, again, just goes in his little hand there. He's all armed, ready to transform. So for transformation here, I'm going to start off by folding his toes in. I like to separate this little shoulder part here. There's two hinges here, so you want to get that second hinge straightened out like that. See what I'm saying? Not quite like that. Like this for now. You can unpeg this in his back, push these up just a little bit more, bring these wheels out. And you spin his head all the way around, like that, and then kind of just come in here and just bend right there. Kind of spread his legs out a little bit. Open this up. Bring this the rest of the way. It'll kind of click into place there. Keeping his legs out of the way here. I'm going to take this bottom panel, bring it up, and then there's these two little tabs here. They go into two little slots right there. Just like that. Now with the shoulders, I'm going to take this part here. There's, you kind of got to pull it up like that, and then that'll hinge down like that. You see that hinge part there. Then bring his arms down. And then on his arms, there's this little slot here that this little tab here will hook on. I just bring that into there like that. Make sure you line all that up. The same on this side. So just pull that down like that. Bring this around, keeping all of this lined up there. Clip that in. Make sure his arms are just kind of dangling down here for now. You want to take one of his legs here, down here, you want to open this little panel up, and there's this little tab here, and these two little hinges, or little tab and two little slots here. I just want to angle that so it'll go into the second slot there, like that, on both sides. Now this part is a little bit difficult. You want to bring this out, and this is on a little slider hinge there, you can see that. So you want to bring it out, keeping it slid up, bring it around, and then slide it down. Kind of click it all in there. And this part, I haven't found an easy way to do this yet, but there is a little tab right here and a slot right there. When I get those two in together, the way I kind of do it, I just pull this out and kind of wedge it into there. And you just want to line all this up. It'll kind of come undone a little bit as you're doing it. And you take his hand, and this little tab here will go into his hand, like so. So now that whole side is done. Come into this side, get this hinge, swing it up, push it in, and then get that tab in here. If I can do it. So you want to line all this stuff up while you're doing it. There we go. There we go. And you can come back here. Line all that up. Fold this down. Slot tab goes into his hand again. And these 4 little slots in here will all fit together. Straighten everything up. Make sure everything's in there secure. Looks good. There we go. Now that that's done, take a look here at his vehicle mode. It's a little Cybertronian pickup truck. Pretty cool looking. You can see a lot more of that dark blue in the vehicle mode here. Still got that Autobot symbol from on the chest. Really like what they did here with the windshield. It's from the chest plate on the robot mode, but what it is it's a translucent piece of plastic over like a metallic colored piece of plastic. And it just gives it a really cool effect. Almost like it's glowing. Make sure all that stays lined up. Got an Autobot symbol on the side here. And just looking at this, you can't really see this with the eye, but it's showing up really obviously on the camera. These 2 pieces are different colors. If you're seeing that, this is lighter than this to me. I cannot see that just looking at it, but I can see it in the camera. That's kind of strange. But yeah, so the wheels aren't painted or anything. There's one here. It does roll really nice though. And then for his accessories here, he's got these little tabs on the sides. They just fit in right there. And right there. For weapon storage. It's pretty decent. Getting those out of there. For some vehicle mode comparisons, here is the 8602 Cup with the 8601 Jazz. This Cup is a little bit smaller seeming than Jazz. Be a little bit heavier, a little bit smaller size. And then we can bring in the 8603 Blur. And Blur's a bit bigger this time. Blur's kind of just big for a deluxe class. Get that one out of here. There we go. This little nose thing on Blur definitely makes it look bigger than a lot of the other ones. And then Hot Rod. Let's get that to stop shaking. There's these 2. Do a little height comparison there. Yeah. Get all of these out here. There we go. Looking good. Just missing Grimlock, and that'd be all the 86 Autobots in the first wave. So to get Cup transformed back into robot mode here, let's start by separating these right there, and then getting the hand kind of separated from this panel here. Fold that up. Do that on both sides. Like that. And there's just a little tab there. It goes in that little slot there. Just clicks. And then kind of just bring the legs out and down a little bit, and that'll just pop those open. And then disconnect the little tab. So these are on the slider joint, so just slide them out and down. And then this little tab here will go into that little slot right there. That. And you can go ahead and flip his toes out. Do the same on both sides. Fold that down. Get that to tab in right there. Then you open these up again. You want to straighten the leg out so it goes into that lower tab on both sides. Just open that, adjust that, close that. And you can kind of just get his legs out of the way for now. So now, I'm going to pull these little shoulder parts out without ripping his arm off like that. There we go. Pull these little shoulder parts out like so. Then you can take this roof part out. Spin his head around. There we go. And now I can take this whole torso piece, and there's a little tab right there, if you can see that, and a little slot. Those are just click together. There we go. Fold this down on itself. Fold these wheels back. And these two little tabs here will go into these two little slots here. Like so. You can take his shoulders, bend them at that second hinge, and then bring them down. Rotate these little shoulders back into place, bring his arms down. So we'll slot right there. These little tabs will go into, like so. Do the same on both sides. Scroll that up. And there we have Cup back in his robot mode. So to finish up the video here, I really like this figure. It's a pretty solid deluxe class. He definitely fits in with the other 86 figures. I'm excited to see what Wave 2 will bring us with these 86 figs. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you come back for more.